What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and today guys I'll be showcasing to you all of the Indoraptor color schemes and their patterns. So we'll be going through the skin colors first, and as you can see we've got a bunch of hatcheries with all the skin colors. Now we will be going in order of the skin colors, so let me open up one of these to show you the order. So the order is the Sonoran Desert, the Death Valley, the Great Sandy Desert, the Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River, Gillian Mountains, Yukon River, Svalbard, Amazon Rainforest, Mangrove Forest, and the Gambia River Basin. These are all the available skins and patterns for the Indoraptor that you can actually get in the game at the moment. And we'll also be going through their patterns. So the patterns are the Rana pattern, the Chalcorana pattern, the Lithobates pattern, Pulchrana, Papurana, Paleophylax, and the blank pattern. So the way I've done it is we have the skin colors in these first three. These are all the skins, and then in here we have all the different patterns on the first skin, which is the Sonoran Desert. So let's get into it and start releasing the Indoraptors. So this here is the base skin that you get for the Oh my god, these guys are just amazing. The base skin that you get for the Indoraptor, which is the Sonoran Desert.
This is a dinosaur.
So it does look pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one, which is Death Valley. Now this should be a slight tinged yellow, yeah. Honestly, their roars are they're just top notch. I'm a big fan of them. So let's move on to the next one, which is the Great Sandy Desert. Now we will be going through these all over again once I've released them all. So this one here is the Great Sandy Desert. Just to take a look at their skin colors, although it looks like they are fighting. Oh, it's actually the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor. You know what? Quick side break. Oh, Jesus. Let's take a quick second here, see who will win. My money's on the Indominus Rex. Ooh. That kick was pretty badass. You got a kung fu fighting freaking raptor over here.
And to the extent we can, control it.
It definitely looks like the Indoraptor is actually winning this. The Indominus Rex is very bloody. Look at that color change though. I didn't think they would be fighting, but nonetheless, here they are. Yeah, the Indoraptor kicked the Indominus Rex's ass. Okay, well, we interrupt that important program to bring you another dinosaur release, and this one is the Champlain Valley. It's got a bit of a green tinge to it, which I think this is my favorite so far. But we'll keep going because there are quite a few more here. We've got another 8 more left to go. Let's take a look at this one, which is the Salar del Huasco. I hope I'm saying these right. Not really too much of a difference there, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, but we'll go through all of them again at the end of releasing them and see what they look like. So that's the first 5. Let's go into the 6th one, which is the Limpopo River. And there it is there. That's actually a pretty cool, it's like a maroony, reddy brown. Now these guys do all have the base pattern scheme as well. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but they all have the base pattern scheme. So let's release the next one, which is the Gillian Mountains, and this is the white one. Ooh, and boy oh boy, does that look bloody good. That with like the bright pink pattern, I think would be really cool. So let's release the next one, which is the Yukon River. So the Yukon River is kind of like a straight up black one by the looks of it, maybe like a very dark brown. No, it's almost black. All right, next up we have the Svalbard, which I believe is the pure black one. We have an Indoraptor in the way. No, it's not pure black. It's just like his crest bit, and he's got like a bit of a green tinge. Look at that color around the mouth though. That looks really cool. All right, next up we have the Amazon Rainforest. That's nice. That is really cool. I do like the Amazon Rainforest. The last like 3 colors of them, or for all the dinos, the Amazon Rainforest, the Mangrove Forest, and the Gambia River Basin, I think are my favorite colors out of all of them. And the white one, the Gillian Mountains, I believe. So this one here is the Mangrove Forest, and look at that. It's like a turquoisey green with like purple along its back cresty bit. It looks sick. Next up, we have the Gambia River Basin, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be a red color. There we go there. That also looks very cool as well. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go through the Indoraptors and we'll take a look at all of them and their colors. So we're back to another fight over here with the Indoraptor. Oh shit. Never mind, it just straight up murdered it. Savage. I would have thought the Indominus Rex would have won, but nonetheless. So this one here is the Sonoran Desert. We'll just do a little bit of a pan around for you guys so you can see it. And then we have the Death Valley. It's kind of like a sandstone color, not purely white. We then have the Great Sandy Desert here, which is like a very muted brown color. And then we have the Champlain Valley, which is a swampy green, dark green, which, yeah, you know, looks pretty cool. Then we have Salar del Huasco, which is almost like a yellow. It's a yellowy green, so it looks pretty good as well. Then we have the Limpopo River. I'm trying to get with the sunlight hitting it so we can actually see the color. Then we have the Killian Mountains, and this is the white one. This is the one that's pretty much pure white. So, look at it. Definitely looks really cool. Next up, we have the Yukon River. Very evil looking and menacing. We then have Svalbard. It's almost like a green. We then have the Amazon rainforest, which is definitely like a light green color. Look at that, looks sick. We then have mangrove forest, which has to be my favorite out of a lot of them. I think mangrove forest is my favorite one. Next up, we have the Gambia River Basin as well. So that is all the color schemes for the Indoraptor. Now we're going to release the patterns. So the first one is the Rhino one, which is what all those other dinos released with. So I believe it's that streak down the side here that makes up this pattern. I'm not entirely sure. They don't really give you too much to work with. I believe it's this like streak down the side here. We'll find out more when we release the next ones. So next up we have the Chalcarana. And it does look like it is that pattern down the side there. So this one is the green one. And you can see it runs all the length down its tail as well. Oh my god. So that's the Chalcarana. Next up we have the Lithobates, which should be another greeny kind of pattern. Yeah, so you can see it there. It's like a moss green kind of color. Just down the side there. So that looks pretty good as well. And then we have the Pulcherona. This one's very subtle. Down the side there. It's not very noticeable at all. It also looks like it has a few extra spots on its face as well. And there's the line down the side there. And then we have the Papurana. Oof, that looks nice. With like a blue down the side of it. That with like the mangrove forest, I think would look really cool. Yeah, look at that blue. It's like a dark blue kind of purpley. That looks sick. Alright, so that's all the first 5. Let's go on to the final 2. And this one should be the pink one, the Pelophylax. Nope, apparently it's a green one. Maybe that last one was the pink one. It's weird because they don't actually, the patterns on that you see in the genomes don't always look like that when you release them. So it's a bit weird. But that one looks very cool as well. And let's go into the final pattern, which is blank. So this won't have any pattern at all on it. And you can see that there's nothing down the side there. So unfortunately, I don't like the plain ones. I don't think they stand out all that much. So that's the plain one. Let's go backwards here. Just make sure we're going the right way. Let's go backwards here and take a look at the other patterns of the dinos. And we can take a closer look at them. So there it is there. That's the Pelophylax. We then have the Papurana, which honestly is my favorite one. Definitely my favorite. We then have the Pulcherana as well, which is like a whitish sort of color. We then have the Lithobates, which is a very subtle green color. You can see that along the side there. We then have the Chalcarana, which is a bit difficult to see, and that's more of a darker green kind of color. And we then have the Rana pattern, which is the one that they were all starting off with. So, pretty good. Now, I am also under the assumption that having a different colored skin can also affect the pattern. So, for example, if we come into here and we go with the Gillian Mountains, and we come into here and we go Papurana, you can see there that it's purple. And if we just, we'll get one of these out and see what it looks like, because that's it's very blue. I don't know if that's just me, but we're going to get this going, and I'll bring you guys back to see what this one looks like. Probably my favorite skin colors together. Alrighty guys, here we go. We've got it finally done. Now this is going to be the white one with the bluey purple stripes. Honestly, not what I was expecting. I was fully expecting its purpley stripes to actually stand out a little bit more. Okay, it does look a little bit better, but it's definitely not like that pinky purple that I thought it was. So it's up to you how you guys want to go about it. I've gone ahead and shown you all the skin and pattern designs that you can choose from. So it's just up to you to go ahead and mix those how you see fit. But guys, that's going to wrap the episode up here today. Let me know if you want to see this for more dinos. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.